Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. First of all, let me to introduce myself. My name is Ernsi Kumarasari. You can call me Ernsi. I am a college student of University Muhammadiyah of Bengkulu. My majoring is English education. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity. I would like to give my motion today. My motion is this house apart, physical distance should be applied. The definition of motion is physical distance. Physical distance is trying to not direct contact with people around us. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give my argument from individual perspective, and also I would like to deliver my affirmative and negative argument about this motion. I individual agree that the physical distance should be applied for goodness of Indonesian society to prevent the spread of viruses such as COVID-19 or coronavirus disease 19. I have 2 points. First point is physical distancing gives positive impact for Indonesian society because various viruses can attach to various objects and body parts. Various forms of physical contact, such as shaking hands, hugging, or kissing, can risk spreading the virus. Therefore, physical distancing is useful to avoid people who are exposed to the virus to transmit it to others. Sunday, 12 April 2020, 4,241 positive people were affected by the virus. 373 people died and recovered 359 people, which happened due to COVID-19, a new disease that can cause respiratory problems and pneumonia. According to special government spokesperson for COVID-19 handling, Ahmad Yuryanto, explained that many people were affected by the virus because the community did not maintain physical distance from each other, so that it could accelerate the spread of the virus in a matter of minutes. Therefore, the government urges people to conduct physical distancing and doing work at home without having to leave the house. Although at home should be also keep a distance from family members for mutual safety, as well as doing independent isolation for about 14 days to break the chain of this virus. With the existence of physical distancing, the government is confident that it can fight all kinds of viruses. So, physical distance should be applied in our lives to take care of our health, absolutely. If we don't do physical distance, it will be fatal to our health. For example, there was a man who returned from Jakarta to his village who was unknowingly carrying a virus along the way. Arrived in the village, he met his family, hugging each other, handshake, and his family also made physical contact with neighbors. So one village was affected by the virus. So that physical distance should be applied. Do not touch directly. Do not handshake. Do not hugging, and do not close together. Because physical distance is very safe for us from all kinds of dangers. We can see physical distancing is very useful for us and a very effective way to maintain security. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will also refuse the affirmative side argument and then I will give my point. Physical distancing should not be applied in a situation that is said that physical distancing gives positive impacts for Indonesian society healthy, because we will be safe from various viruses if we do that. But in reality, with a physical distance without keeping clean, that is useless, all viruses will also stick to our bodies, even if we have doing long distance, because if only with physical distance without maintaining clean lines of the hands and body as well as strong body immunity, physical distance will not be effective to keep us healthy and safe from virus attacks. Physical distancing, or often also mentioned social distancing, whose translation is to keep a distance, whose purpose is to keep a distance, whose purpose is to prevent the spread of COVID-19, can trigger psychological pressure, rise anxiety, and the like. Especially while at home, we always get information about the impact of the coronavirus, which is increasingly widespread with an increasing number of victims. Such information often just adds to the panic and psychological pressure for those who read or receive information. Plus, the physical distance required at least 1 meter apart. It will really make people feel depressed, especially if we have to be far apart from the people we care about. You can imagine not being able to hugging child, mother, father, sibling, or even a friend will make them feel sad, so that their feelings are depressed. We can only see from a distance without touching the slightest. Physical distance also causes boredom because we do not socialize with the people in the surrounding environment. So, physical distance should be not applied now, because maintaining physical distance is not necessarily an efficient way to avoid various diseases. What we need is not long distance or physical distancing, but to maintain good hygiene both ourselves or the environment. Always wash our hands and then using soap and running water as often as possible, and maintain a healthy diet to keep the body's immunity stable so that the virus does not easily attack us. You know why? Because physical distance will cause psychological stress to the human soul. To the human soul, remember it. As is said by psychological experts. One more. Physical distancing should not be applied. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's enough for my arguments. I'll say thank you so much. And the last say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.